what has happened here is basically a bunch of corporate cults that go back to Rome and before, okay, have bred people a certain way, and they're poisoning me and changing my form because they want to make me look like some kind of circus clown, some kind of cartoon, some kind of person that they historically mock. These people are globalist occultists-ish. They control the conservative parties as well, and they're changing their races to be a certain way, and they're presenting them as clowns. Look at people carefully. Do they look like they're serious? C, raw, alpha, as? Or do they look like clowns? C-L, own. A bunch of goofy elves or something, Keebler elf type bitches that went around and basically insulted everything that people hold sacred, from marriage to religion, etc., and prevented the rise of the source of seriousness and sacredness, which is my martial art mind. Now think about it. I'm the son of two doctors, one a brain surgeon, one an African brain surgeon, the most stigmatized race. Came here during race riots in Detroit, okay, as a refugee, worked his way up to being a brain surgeon, the most moral brain surgeon. It's like the Lion King perfected versus Gargamel from the Smurfs in a nerd form. Okay, that's the difference between the other brain surgeons and him. There's no comparison. You think I'm making this up? You think I'm joking around? You're a fucking idiot. All the facts, mainstream history, okay, Britannica, Wikipedia, even the sites you don't even trust that are commonly used are basically in alignment here. That this is where the idea of these corporations as such come from, and they sponsored cults and the tradesmen and the guilds, etc., etc. The guild and the gilding, the guild and the guilt. It's even there in the wordplay. Okay? It doesn't take a genius to see that they don't take things seriously. Now, if you think, why don't I respect attractive women, for example? Now, I don't respect anyone who doesn't obey God. That's basically the rest of the world. We'll get to that in another video or something. Because they've chosen to go for the Keebler elf, Gargamel bitch-ass nerd, and the bitch-ass motherfuckers that obey him. And why have they chosen this? Think about it. Wait for it. Because they themselves are bred to be this. Look at the history of the migrations of nerd-ass bitches, wig-wearing pussies, assorted geeks. What did they do? They seized control of the land. They turned races like Native Americans into white natives. They turned Mexicans, natives, into Spanish and native. Okay, they went around the world and they bred with these people. And the blacks were the most stigmatized people, but they still have done it to a large degree. Look at the facial structure. Look at their height and their shape and their form. There's a reason why Hitler was measuring skulls and noses, etc., because he knew that there was people in the occult, not just Jews, who, as such, there was gypsies, all kinds of globalist factions that were going, or communists and so on, they were going around and breeding people. Look at the JFK speech. The white man isn't above this magically. They were in Europe doing it way before Hitler, way before communism was popular. There was these cults going around. Who do you think Jupiter and Juno was? Jew and Jew, Jew witchcraft. Okay, these are the synagogue of Satan guys who wrote themselves into history and like to pretend that there's something else by breeding with the women of that race. They say, hey, we're natives because we bred with the women. We're black because we bred with the women. We're the basketball players. We're this, and this. Okay, but the actual patriarchal line that formed the women they bred with to become some kind of sporty person, okay, is far above them, far more serious, far more spiritual, far more Lion King-like in its pure, serious, and masculine form, not some cartoon LGBT Hollywood nonsense. If you don't know that I'm right and I'm the son of God, you are basically like a bitch-ass little kid that thinks Gargamel in a nerd form is the ideal man. Or Gargamel having bred with some fat bitch and make some American military pussy is the ideal man. You're a stupid, Tweedledee, Tweedledum worshipping dog, some Gargamel geek-ass Lex Luthor sucking piece of shit if you don't know that I'm right.